Greetings to everyone. Student, today we are going to know about business policy and strategic management or analysis, whatever you say. Both are important. So we'll start our talk with this very title of your subject, which is called Business Policy and Strategic Management. In fact, in business, there is a policy. And policy, when we say policy, policy refers to a written document. It comprises of business definition, that how we are going to proceed for our business, what type of shape it is going to take, and in what domain we will remain in our business. All that and how this will be controlled, planned and organized. When I say controlled, plan and organize, I refer to all those things which you have read in Fundamental of Management. So, whatever policy you make, how it will be planned time to time, how it will be reformed time to time, how it is going to be implemented, how it is good, what its intentions are, why we have that policy. We should have a clear-cut intention of the same. We should define our business definition, so that will become a part of your policy. And everything whatever I said is a written document, and that document which guide each and everything at corporate level, at the same time at sub-unit level, that is known as our policy. So policy has two parts. One is a corporate policy, another may be a policy related to different departments. So it's a very voluminous and detailed document. I hope you have understood that policy, I rephrase, policy is a written document that always guide all the employees of the organization, that how they have to proceed to meet their goal and objectives. So students, this is about policy. Now, what is strategy? Strategy is a word that has been used generally by armed forces across the globe. Why this word has come into business? As we know that the competition started growing and it reached to that pinnacle that there is huge competition, and you can say that there is a cutthroat competition in every sector of business. So to combat the competition, we need plan A, plan B, plan C. At the same time, to ensure that every plan is being implemented without its failure, we have to take into consideration all those loopholes and their preparations, so that we do not fail at any point in time, and our planning is being executed in toto the way we have decided. At the same time, we have a controlling methods, controlling norms and rules. They are also being utilized by the people, those who are having a senior positions, ethically, honestly, to get the 100% output from the people who are working for them to get the job done finally. So students, we talked about policy and we try to differentiate policy with planning and other fundamental of principles which you have so far read, that how policy and what policy means in reference to the strategy making, and what is the difference between strategy and policy. So policy is a basic guide, it's a basic constitution that guide to the organization that how it is to be proceeded. Whereas strategy refers to that it is such a plan which is foolproof, and to make it foolproof so many contingency simultaneous plans have been developed so that the main plan, which is a long-term plan, is being executed in toto to achieve the objective and the goal of the organization. So this is what is strategy. Generally, strategy word is more used by armed forces since we have inspired with the policies and procedures and way of management in many terms through armed forces discipline. That is the reason that strategy is now a part of business organizations also, because like in army there is a competition in which one person kills the another one. Similarly, the same condition is prevailing in business, though they are literally not killing to each other, but definitely they are trying to kill economically to each other. And in that situation, strategy making becomes imperative. So this is the need of making some strategic plan that ensures that your planning would be executed as per your desires and as per your expectations. Now, this study which we are right now having, the study of the function and responsibility of senior managers. This deals with crucial problems that affect success in the total enterprise. This subject enables senior management to take decisions with firm determination, direction, and gives the right leadership to the organization. So in policy, I would like to mention one very important aspect. As I said that it is a written document, it is a basic guide, it is a basic kind of a constitution of the organization on which the activities of various employees in different departments, functions, refers to our policy, and therefore policy is being made generally by top management. That involves board of directors, CEOs, big stakeholders. They are the part of policy making. So all the vital policy issues are being addressed by these senior management people. So this is one of the features of policy making. Now, as far as strategy is concerned, why strategy is being formed? Because, as I said, that first we have to combat the competition, which is a cutthroat competition these days. Another thing, that while combating that competition, whether we have to expand to increase our volume base of business, or we have to diversify, whether we have to be broad based or we have to focus on our niche area. How to chart turnaround of any sub-unit or main unit of our organization. How to ensure stability and consolidation for the organization through diversity or through other means. That all these decisions we take while forming our strategy, and that's the reason the formation of strategy is very important, because we have so many options to be perfect and to have a very apt and appropriate strategy to combat the competition in marketplace. So we have to be very careful while choosing all these options which I have narrated before you. At the same time, we have different levels of strategy, like corporate level strategy. We have a SBUs, that is sub business unit strategies. When I say sub business unit, means we are having one mother organization. It might be having different plants located at different places in the country or world over. Or if we have one industry, we might be having operation or pan India, if we are operating in India or in another country. So we are having branches. All these branches, all these states in which we are functioning, they are SBUs, means sub business units, and they may have different strategy to implement their, looking at the business environment of that particular area. When I say business environment, I understand that you understand all the aspects of business environment which have to be taken into consideration while making a sound strategic draft. So this is all about students for strategy and business. So we have distinguished in this lecture what is policy and what is strategy. What is the need of making a strategy? What is the need of making a policy document? We have understood the very purpose of both the words, which are very important terminology for management students. In fact, strategic business units or sub business unit might having some situation in which they have to differ from the corporate strategy, and they differ also because looking at the situation, sometimes they have to do certain modification which are slight modifications, but they remain in tandem. They stick to, they can't deviate from the main strategy which is being formed by the corporate. So sub business unit strategies or strategic business units strategies are always in tandem or in solidarity to the corporate strategy. They support finally the corporate strategy. So students, we have learned the basic concept of strategy and business policy. What are the difference between these two terminology and what is the importance of these two activities in business? All that we have gone through. Now, certain finer aspects of the business policy we'll be discussing in this another session, that how business policy should be formed. So business policy should be formed in a very meticulous way, that it should be having a feature that business policy is a specific one. Business policy should be clearly understandable. Means every person of the organization at every level, right from the worker to the top management, everybody should be able to understand the policy draft very easily, clearly. Now next is the policy matter should be reliable, it should be uniform. When I say reliable, means that people should believe in it, or we should have a system by which we make them believe that this policy is a very ethical and customer friendly as well as employee friendly policy. At the same time, a policy should be appropriate, it is simple to understand, and it is inclusive in nature. At the same time, it should be very comprehensive. Policy should also be flexible, because at times when the situation, especially in outer world, means in external world, changes, like right now we are going this phase, all of a sudden we got into this situation. So in such situations, we should be in a position to make slighter changes in policy, so that the policy draft should be flexible in nature. It should not be that rigid, or as I said in my earlier talk, that it is a kind of a constitution. So it should not be very rigid that we can't change or modify it in such a situation where the situation is not in our control and it is caused by external factors. Now I tell you about strategy. So according to great Peter Drucker, who said that strategy enables organization to achieve its goal in an unpredictable environment. A strategy is not achieving goals in known and foreseeable environment, but in an unforeseeable environment. So this is what Peter Drucker has said about strategy. Now strategic management has got two aspects. One is strategy formation, another is strategy implementation. So both the factors are equally important. Now students, will talk about the difference between policy and strategy. In fact, people think that these are the synonyms to each other, but as a matter of fact, these are not words which are synonymous to each other. There is a huge difference between these two. So policy basically is a blueprint of the organization and its activities, which are repetitive and routine activities, and strategy is related to corporate decisions. In fact, such decisions which are not faced before in a same form. So when the situation suddenly arises, we need to have some strategy. Whereas policy making is a responsibility of a top management, and as far as strategy making is concerned, it also involves middle level management people. So this is a difference between policy makers, related to policy makers, that while developing some strategy, we may involve middle level management also. At the same time, when we make a draft of a policy, corporate policy, it involves generally only top management. A strategy is capable to address challenging situations, whereas policy is concerned with both thought and actions only. A strategy is concerned mostly with action, whereas policy is by and large is a guideline of do and don'ts. A strategy is a method used to achieve a target prescribed within the frame of policy. Now students, I am introducing another term to you. Along with the strategy, policy, another term is coming now, that is tactics. So we'll have to differentiate then what is tactic now and how it is different than to strategy and policy. So we'll have some parameters over which we'll discuss that how it is different than to strategy. Those parameters are that we'll discuss the difference in terms of its purposes, that why tactics are being used, why strategies are being formulated, in terms of their accountability, in terms of their scope, their duration, methods and outputs. First of all, we'll discuss in terms of their purpose and roles. So the purpose of strategy has absolutely clear that it has got organizational goals, whereas tactics has localized goals and small goals, whereas strategy has larger goals for the organization. Now we'll discuss the difference in terms of accountability and scope of both the aspects. A strategy is accountable for entire organization in terms of its failure, in terms of its success, whereas tactics has a specific task and specific resources, and it is responsible for the specific task failure and its success. Its time duration is also very small, is short, whereas the time duration of a strategy is quite large, and the outcome of the strategy are larger, and the outcome and the results of tactics are very low in terms of volume. It has low resources, it has less number of team members which are involved to accomplish that task or situational task, whereas corporate strategy involves the entire corporate people, entire departments of the corporate, and everybody work cohesively and complement to each other to achieve the goals of the corporate. So students, this is all about business policy and strategic management, first unit, and we have talked about policy, strategy and tactics, and we have differentiated distinctly all these three important terminology. So students, if you have any confusion, you please ask me over telephone, through WhatsApp. I am always available for your queries, and I think I'll be able to solve you over telephone all the queries. So we'll meet once again next time. Thank you very much.